Hi, it's Marie-Helene with a collective tarot and oracle card reading for Sunday, December the 21st, right through to January the 24th of 2026. I will be taking a bit of time off, so this is the last reading for 2025 and for the first 4 weeks, I guess, of January 2026. Now, one of the things that I wanted to mention was that we are in a 9 year right now, 2025. In terms of numerology, reduces to a 9. And 9 is a number of completion. So we're completing a lot of different cycles this year. So we still have a few days left before 2026 kicks in, and really a bit more time than just a few days to sort of complete what's on our plates, decide if this is something we want to move forward with, or if this is something that gets completed and put away, or something that just gets completed and not finished from that point of view. So again, a 9 year, it's a good time to sort of finish off those projects that have been hanging around for a good while. And if you can't really finish them off, then maybe you want to make some commitment about doing that fairly early on in 2026. So 2026 is a 1 year. So 1 years, 226 reduces to a 10, but there is no 10 in terms of numerology. It reduces to a 1. 1 years are all about new beginnings, new initiatives, new relationships, new career, birth of something new. In other words, is a 1 year, something that's just going to come into being. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that in terms of astrology, the real new year doesn't begin until the time of spring, until really about the spring equinox. So sort of when we're entering the sign of Aries is when the astrological new year begins. So between now and that kind of middle of March, you're going to have an opportunity to sort of complete a lot of things that were on your plate for 2025, just from an astrological point of view, and then you can move into 2026, just sort of going tick, 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 this is now done, complete, whatever. Sort of from the middle of February to about the middle of March, you're going to see some new energies coming in and some of the new projects that you want to start off on starting to take shape. The other bit that I wanted to bring your attention to is that there will be a full moon in Cancer on January the 3rd. So between now and January the 3rd, there is a lot going on astrologically, and you can check out with your favorite astrologer what some of those things are. But today is solstice. Winter solstice in the north, which means it's the shortest day of the year. Summer solstice in the southern part of the world, which means it's the longest day of the year. So it's probably a good plan to sort of do something to honor the fact that it is solstice, honor the fact that the dark has now reached its height. We will continue to have darkness, more darkness than light for several more months. And so this is also a good time to gestate what you want to have take place and firm up for 2026. All right. Now, in terms of the collective reading, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot deck today, and for the oracle card, I'm using the Angels of Atlantis. Okay, so let's look at the cards that came up. So the first one that showed up is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords, full of ideas, new beginnings, just a lot going on, a lot of passion, a lot of interest in what's going to happen next, what's going to be created next, what's moving forward. And because it's air, it's relatively fast moving. So you want to keep that in mind. So pay attention to what wants to sort of birth itself or give birth, or to that energy that keeps niggling you, but you keep thinking, not now, I don't have time. Now is the time to sort of look at that. Now, because pages are, they're not fully mature, they're still at a kind of development stage. These are ideas. It's not the time to go galloping off and try to make it all manifest, but you want to be paying attention to what you are, what's coming across your horizon as something new and different. All right. Now, the next card that showed up is another air card, and it's the Three of Swords. What this is saying to me is, the Three of Swords is a card of sorrow, disappointment, grief. What this is saying to me is that before you can move forward to the new ideas that are kind of circulating around you and make a plan for how you want to put those into play, you have to deal with the disappointment, sorrow, or grief that's happened for you in the past year or for the past many years. So take some time, do it now, do it between now and kind of, I would say, the middle to end of January. Give yourself the opportunity to release that pain, that sorrow, that disappointment that's kind of been lingering for a while, because you do need to do that to move on to what's next. All right. The third card that showed up is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is about like, oh, the horizons are opening up for me. It's a fire card, so it's, again, fire is fairly fast energy. It's, it's got a globe showing. So it's kind of like the horizons are opening up for me. It's a time to sort of put into play or put into place a plan of action for what you want to have happen, what you would like to create. So the Two of Wands is indicating it's time to start on the new things that are wanting to happen in your life. The fourth card that showed up is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, this is a dude who's got it all. He's got a stable relationship. He's done all of the work and it's turned out well for him. He's in his comfy, cozy home, and he's kind of contemplating what's next. And because he's contemplating what next, he's thinking about where he wants to use his energy and how he wants it to show up. And one of the things that he's also contemplating is appreciating every trial, every tribulation, every success, every failure, every joyous moment, because it all wraps up into who we are. And the King of Pentacles is a person who's very accomplished. Now, don't think about it as man. Think about the King of Pentacles, as an energy of accomplishment and success. So this is a guy who's contemplating what's happening for him next and what steps he's going to take. And he's doing it from a solid foundation of all of his successes and all of his failures. So keep that in mind. The fifth card that showed up is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knights are all about action. And this man shown here is leading his horse. He's not riding his horse. So this is not a fast-paced energy. Pentacles are earth energy. They're all about the material plane. So change is happening. It's just happening in its own pace. So go along with the pace. Don't try to rush it. Be patient with it. Take the steps that you need to take. Know that it's occurring. And if it's one step at a time, it's one step at a time. That's good enough. So just keep moving forward. Put the plan of action that you made around the Two of Wands, the third card, and take the baby steps, if you will, to have that be manifesting for you at this time. The last card that showed up is number 8, Strength. Now, here we have a woman depicted as half a lion, and she has a sheep at her feet. So what this is indicating is that you've got the strength, you've got the fortitude, you've got the backing, you've got everything that you need to succeed. And in this sort of success process, you can be gentle with yourself and with others, because you are coming from a position of being grounded in your own power, manifesting what it is that you want to manifest. So it's a great card. It's a major arcana. Number 8 is the infinity number, so it indicates that success is occurring and that you're in a cycle of having that take place. So just trust that process and let it unfold. So the Oracle card, what showed up was Hanael, and the card says integrity. Now, this is a rather large card, so I'm going to sort of peek around it. Hanael is the sacred warrior, and the card is integrity. And so really it's showing scales of justice and a ruby red light. So do what's the right thing to do. Come from a place of conviction and courage. Again, Hanael, sacred warrior, in terms of the Angels of Atlantis, and the message is integrity. So in terms of the overall energy for the next little while, basically it's about what are the new ideas, what are the new plans, deal with the emotions at hand in relation to the past, integrate them, deal with them, release them, move on to the future, start to put some of those processes in place to take the action steps towards having everything take place that you want. Appreciate all of the successes and failures that you've had in the past that are going to help to shape you to move forward in a new direction. And as you're moving forward in a new direction, have the patience to take it one step at a time, and know that you have the strength and the fortitude to complete whatever it is that you're setting out to do. So if you like this reading and you like this channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. You can book a personal reading. I'll put a link below as to how you can send an email. I will not be doing readings in January or for the remainder of December. I will come back to doing readings, actually, I shouldn't say for all of January, the last week of January. And if you send me an email, I can let you know about the times. I do wish you all a very Merry Christmas, whichever way you celebrate, whatever your faith-based beliefs might be. Enjoy the holiday season, and I also wish you a joyful beginning to 2026, and I look forward to connecting with you at the last Sunday of January of 2026.